Isaac and Eli were born, it was one of the happiest days of our lives for sure. The doctor plopped both boys in my arms while we were waiting for Daidra to recover, and then just walked away. And so I was hit with the reality of like what life was like from going from 0 kids to 2 kids right away.
We were at a neurologist appointment, and he confirmed that he had cerebral palsy. He's, Eli is nonverbal and non-ambulatory, which is in a wheelchair.
It was almost like you had to be 2 different parents, at the same time. So Isaac needed something very specific from both of us, and Eli needed something very specific from both of us. And a lot of times there was an overlap. It was frustrating being like, I wish I could meet all of your needs all the time, and I'm still learning how to figure this whole thing out. So,
before David's Refuge, I probably maybe did something for myself, but can't really pinpoint what it was or if it even really mattered. It was just basically survival mode.
If we did do something, it wasn't intentional. Really,
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like it would just be a moment here and a moment there.
Yeah.
Maybe driving a little bit slower home from the grocery store or something, because you know what's going to happen when you go in that door,
And honestly, I think that was my self-care at the time. I was like, I'm just going to go to the grocery store by myself. And it wasn't very self-care-ish, but it was what I had at the time. One of the biggest things is that self-care is not selfish. That caring for yourself as an individual, as a couple, really impacts your family. You can't pour from an empty cup. And so you need to fill your cup in some way, whatever that is. We are fortunate to have such a great support system. But in that too, there's a little bit of isolation because they, like Eric said, they just don't get it. They don't live it day to day. They come visit and they go home. So they don't see everything. They don't see the 24/7, lifestyle that we live. And, we've either been asked to do things that we couldn't do just because, you can't bring the wheelchairs, or it's too much or too far. So that can be isolating, or after a time of declining and saying, no, sorry, we can't make it or whatever, you just stop getting the invites, and they don't mean any harm by it. They still love you and they're still friends with you. They just don't think of you because you just can't make it or you couldn't make it before.
And people assume you can't.
Sometimes they assume.
And with their best intention. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Like, it's going to be too hard for them to make it to this thing. So we just won't even invite them.
We don't want to put another thing on them.
Which is incredibly isolating, because it, even though the intentions are pure and they really want to help us out, we do get the sense that we've been forgotten. Eli kind of paved the way. So just about 5 years ago, over 5 years ago now, we have a surprise 3rd child in our household, and as much joy and excitement as little Zeke brings, he does have the same diagnosis. And so Eli kind of paved the way for Zeke. Zeke was born into the David's Refuge family, the David's Refuge community, and we know that no matter what it looks like for them or for us, we're going to have people that are on our side and in our corner, rooting us on and reminding us on a regular basis that we're not alone. That's for sure.
Being part of David's Refuge has helped us to create that environment for them, to help them be happy and healthy, because Eric and I can be happy and healthy as caregivers.
I think I would say that however you're feeling in this moment, that you're not alone. No matter how unique the diagnosis is, no matter how inundated with all this brand new thing, you're not alone. And there's a community that wants to back you and support you, and that as authentic as you can be, you can come to David's Refuge and reach out, and you'll be supported.